It's unpredictable. I'm live, baby. We live back on the MM2K channel. You know what I'm saying? Doing our thing with some Outriders PC. We're gonna play a little bit of Outriders PC. We're gonna play this playthrough that I have. I have another playthrough that I got exclusively for GFN. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for the version of Outriders that works for them, because Stadia was having problems. So I'm in a well distance away there, but I wanted to, for my PC heads, I like to float over to this particular channel. I said, let me just keep this where it's at. So we're gonna continue this playthrough. What is up? What is up? What is up? It is your boy MM2K back again on the MM2K Videos channel. We're about to do the damn thing. Woo! All these frames is dropping and popping. What's up with these frames? It's trash. Oh, where am I? I'm supposed to go in here. Okay. Oh man, what's going on with these frames? I'm getting a lot of skips here. What I was trying to do was rap to you all, speak with Jacob to leave for the first city. Oh, okay. I must have been out there trying to test some stuff. But what we're going to do, y'all, is we're going to talk these games. I'm seeing frame skips galore. Seeing some janky stuff happening, man. I hope. Uh-oh. Is it even playing for y'all over there? Uh-oh. Let me check this out, man, because this don't seem like it's moving right. I don't see. Oh, let me get him. Let me go here. I'm gonna check out my video. Showed I went live. Let me turn this down. No, it looks good. It looks good. It looks Gucci. Something wrong with this monitor that I got that I'm playing the game on. But oh, maybe it just ain't the monitor. That was some frame dips and skips. Here, let me get rid of this. That little visualizer thing, I might have to go. Yeah, we might have to be. Yeah, we're gonna have to be rid of that. I feel that was a large part of our problems. We'll see. We will soon see. All right, let's go back over here. Let's see what these frames do over here now. Something. Golly! Did I get rid of the motion blur or something in this game? Is that what I gotta do? Options. Do I have anything else running? No. I got the sound thing on. Let me try to shut that off. Let me shut off a couple other things I got going on here. This shouldn't be that much of a problem because I'm running this through an internal capture card here. A bulk the activity should be taken up by the internal capture card. Right? This thing gonna cut up. This thing gonna cut up now. Alright, y'all. Alright. So let's do this thing with homie. Let's rap to him. Let's move on. Let's talk a little bit about games too, man. Let's head on out. Let's talk a little bit about games, y'all. What's going on in the news? Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this is because we were supposed to be doing a new episode of The Commission today. Dark Link 999, yo, what's going on? We were supposed to be doing an episode of The Commission. Commission was coming back today. However, Due to unfortunate circumstances, a good brother of mine
And again, Dabrowski has outdone himself.
has passed away. We got, pay our respects. So we're gonna go do that today. So there's gonna be no commission.
Well,
Lee, what is going on here? There's a lot of skipping. I tested this out. I promised I tested this out before I went live, y'all. I don't know what the hell's going on. And y'all can see my FPS counter on the side. I kind of figured out why a lot of my stuff was skipping. Yeah, R.I.P. Kitaro, man. Definitely.
You still got tunes?
Tunes? Hey, boss, we got no electronics. No tunes, no nothing. But somehow we make do.
I swore I tested this out. Wasn't doing all this before. Ran a little test stream. Set it to private. It was all good. Y'all can see the frames per second in the corner. I got DLSS on. It's something with my setup, man. Something with my setup. I did activate hardware acceleration and VRSS. I might have to turn that off. Or VRS or whatever the hell. I did it manual. I mean, I turned those nodes on in the settings, in the display settings. I might have to turn those off because I was a good game, y'all, to always test and see where your performance is at. Now a lot of people like using, Crysis or whatever. That's a little bit too much. I like using Anthem. Anthem is a very good determinant on if your shit is set up properly. So I was running through Anthem. You know what I'm saying? And then it's another good one for DLSS too. See if your DLSS settings is gravy. Ran through Anthem with my DLSS settings. Was able to hit 60. If you can hit 60 there, man, and still have it a little crisp, then you got you're in a good spot. Came over here to Outriders, did a test stream. Everything was smooth. Said, let's go live, let's talk to the people. Now that we live and we talking to the people, look what just happened. What the hell is going on here? Can I not use Outriders? What the hell is this? Oh, man. Okay, there we go. Something was going on. Jesus! But anyway. So, I've been hearing the talk about, even though y'all know me, I've been doing my cloud thing. I've been watching the dude. I've been watching the dude about what's been going on with Xbox and PlayStation. For full disclosure, though, before I get into any of this, I have a PlayStation. I got a PlayStation 5. Yes, the Xbox bootlicking MM2K. Y'all know I came on the scene. I came on the scene with the sword and the shield for Xbox. The Xbox bootlicking MM2K has come on the scene. Ooh, this looks so good. Ooh, this is so good. It don't look that way on your screen. Number one, because you can customize your truck banner and emotes. I don't care about all that stuff.
That thing's the nuclear engine from the Flores, right?
That's the reason.
Oh no, I don't want to find no damn party. I don't want to find no damn party.
I got battered by it until boom, no more energy.
Don't tell me you still had people in cryo.
Yep, the ECA had a choice: let them die or wake them up all at once to an unfinished city without food or water. The slums you're looking at, that's where they got exiled to starve and die.
Your insurgents.
I'm getting a lot of frame skips. I'll go rap to him to make changes to the truck, whatever. Front bumper. It's all cosmetic trash. All that. Rear bumper. So yeah, man, I've been watching this stuff, even though, you know me, I do my cloud thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't be too heavily embedded into it because I think a lot of it is silly. Y'all talk about cloud not being this and that, which it isn't right now. It isn't everything right now. It's an emerging tech. That's okay. It's an emerging tech. It's gonna get there one of these days. I'm only getting 40 frames per second. It's a no-no. Figure this one out. Display. Ultra performance. I had it on quality. Quality. Let's apply the settings. All silky now. Now they really want to act crazy. They moved monitor to over here. Go window mode. Apply settings. Okay. See if I can move this mug back. Oh. No, not borderless window. Oh man, these mugs done went crazy. They done went crazy in the graveyard. Oh man. No, they did not do that. Hold on 1 second. What the hell are they doing? Why did they move the thing over here? Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Oh, come on, man. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My bad. I can't even see the damn screen. They done went and did this. Not borderless window. No. Oh, idiots. Options. Display. This ain't even. Okay. Window. Apply settings. Okay, so if I hit window, how come? Yeah, this game is busted up. I didn't realize. This is another reason why I don't get these problems on. Ooh, why did they put display? Oh, they done really messed up. Okay, so how do I get to? Oh man, what the hell? I can't move it. Yo, this is bonkers. Okay, hold on. Let's restore to default. Yo, this is crazy. All right, I gotta exit the game because it won't let me. It's sticking me to this damn monitor. Let's quit the desktop. Wow. That was some horseshoes. That was some horse shit. But while we're trying to get this fixed, let's go here. Let's wrap here. Because apparently something's wrong. I almost opened Anthem again. Apparently something's wrong. We'll figure it out. Golly. But yeah, man. I've been catching what's going on with Starlink. Starlink is the big talk of the town. Right? Here's the thing, and I had these battles with my homies behind the scenes. Well, they want to bring up Starlink, right? Here's my thoughts on Starlink. And y'all going to be y'all going to be upset when I say this. You're going to think this is cap because of what I've previously said about Bethesda in the past. In my defense of Fallout 76 in some regards. Big heavy underline on some regards. For full disclosure again, if you all remember, I was it wasn't that I was so much pro Fallout 76 that I was anti-Pylon. And I think, even though nothing that I said was wrong back then, because everything that I told y'all is coming to fruition, it's delayed gratification, baby. Y'all, see, a lot of y'all get out here, y'all throw in conjecture. I got to deal with this over with my homies on the cloud side. It's okay. Everybody does it, I guess. Y'all throw in a lot of conjecture, a lot of unproven stuff. Y'all don't follow precedent. Precedent is very important. Look at this thing. This game is cutting up. But precedent is very important. When you see things happen in a certain vein in the past, and there's particular attributes that's going with said entity in the current, it's always good to follow precedent unless the compare variables or the conjoining variables rather have changed drastically. What do I mean by that? If situations have clearly changed, where habits clearly change in outcome, where outcome A that happened X amount of years ago or months ago is not going to be the same outcome, and you can clearly prove that, then yeah, you may want to sidestep what has happened previously. But if those things have not changed, and wow, this game is just clonking out like big time. If those things have not changed drastically, then it's in your best interest not to sidestep precedent. What is wrong with this damn game? This is crazy, bro. I can't even play this damn game. It's not letting me in. Oh, God. Now, and then it flipped back over here. Come on, man. Golly. Options. The game should not be over here. Display. Let's do this. I see I got to do this. Identify. 3 and 2. Okay. All right. So let's go to here. Now let's go here. Let's do this. Okay. And now we got to go back here and we got to do this. Did it bring Outriders back over here? No, it did not. Crazy, bro. On. Quit the desktop again. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this damn game working, man. It refuses to work. Game is a piece of ish. Damn, Stadia. I wish you could have had this game operating properly. Okay, now it wants to be in window mode. Damn, I wish you could have got this game working properly. Remove this. Graphic settings. Okay. Hardware acceleration is on both of these puppies. For some reason. Okay, all right, we in a good place. We in a good place. All right. So anyway, we talk about Starlink or Starfield. I've said in the past that I've defended Fallout 76, not so much because I liked Fallout 76 as a game. I did like it as a game, but I didn't think it was fantastic. I gave the game a 7.5 out of 10. I was going against the pile-on notion that had brewed there. It really, I'm gonna be honest with you, it was less about, it was 50-50. 50% of it was, this is Fallout, a typical Fallout game, an extension of that for those that love Fallout, love journeying and all the other stuff, that wasn't looking for some full-fledged sequel, but just wanted an extended Fallout experience with new elements, and it was co-op. You could play with your friends. You know, that was a dope concept. And it was dope for it, you know, for how they fleshed it out, right? So when we got the game, it was the typical buggy Fallout game. It was no buggier than Fallout New Vegas. For those of y'all that weren't around, Fallout New Vegas got lambasted. It was so buggy that the developer had to apologize for how buggy Fallout New Vegas was. And it wasn't until years later that Fallout New Vegas got better, mainly because of mods, and it became the darling of the Fallout series, which it's my least favorite one out of them all. But that's here nor there. Now that we got this, let's get this full screen. There we go. Apply settings. Dip. Oh, no. No. Won't work. Yes, keep them. There we go. Got it. All right, now we can go to DRSS. For some reason it's like cutting up over there. No, we don't need everything at ultra. Well, let's go to DRSS. DLSS. What am I talking about? DRSS. Ultra performance. Let me try quality. DLSS quality. Then we're going to sync that. And then I'm not going to put cinematic. I'm not going to put a lock on enable HDR output. Oh, yeah. Motion blur is off. We want that off. Yes, save those changes. Now we got, oh, I'm going to have to fix that. Shadow quality is high. Post-processing is high. Yeah, we're going to have to fix this motion blur bright. Or HDR brightness, I'm sorry. Oh my God. No, you did not do that. I had it fixed. Oh my God. It looks beautiful though. Looks beautiful on this screen, but doesn't belong here. Oh no. Oh Jesus. We're gonna have to do something like this. I'm sorry. Let's see what we got to do right now. Otherwise, this is not gonna stop. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
We need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take a while. Hope you cleared your schedule.
Oh, wow. All that time I was talking and y'all couldn't hear me. I thought my wife was coming and here it was my cat. So this is what we're going to do. This is Outriders, but it's not Outriders. It's Division. This is Division 2 on Stadia. Okay. For those of you that may not be aware, yes, this is Stadia. Playing at 4K 60. Even though this is a 1440p stream. I'm letting you know that I am playing it all the way up to 4K 60. Here's the thing, man. And I'm doing this because, as you see, I got a 3070 card. Very powerful card. I ran through problems just trying to play Outriders. To be fair, Outriders is janky everywhere. But that just shows you that without having, and I was sitting there checking all these check boxes and ticking all this stuff and doing all this crazy stuff that I had to resort back to Old Faithful. This is why I love cloud gaming. Let this be a testament right now. You ain't got to deal with all that stupid stuff that you got to deal with when it comes to dedicated device gaming. That was a damn shame. The memory card alone, I mean, not the memory card, the GPU alone is thousands, I mean, it's hundreds of dollars. That's just the GPU. I shouldn't be running into those problems, right? According to what everybody else say, you know, latency. Does it? Am I responding like I'm getting a whole bunch of latency? No. Am I responding in the game like I'm getting a whole bunch of latency? No. But don't listen to that jargon. I had to go back to Old Faithful because goddamn PC, which is not supposed to be Old Faithful, didn't pan out the way it was supposed to. And all I was doing was playing Outriders. Outriders ain't the most graphically demanding game in the world. That's what you got to deal with poorly optimized things that conflict with hardware. At least, you know, with it being poorly optimized on Stadia as well. I mean, you're dealing with some visual stuff, but I couldn't get the game on the right screen. It kept messing with other configurations. You don't got those problems when it comes to cloud gaming. So just think about that. All right, we're going to talk about some general news right now. This wasn't, I swear to you, this wasn't meant to be a rant about me going on about cloud gaming. I wasn't going to come here and mention nothing about cloud gaming. I swear to you. But what happened live on air, I'm going to talk about it for those that follow me and listen to our SML podcast over at Stadia Dosage. For those of y'all that probably been wondering where I've been, I ain't been nowhere. We have a channel dedicated to cloud gaming, Stadia in particular, that we spend most of our time on is called Stadia Dosage. Definitely check it out. As you can see, why this is just one game. I could throw in Cyberpunk for you, but I'm incrementally playing that game, and I don't want to get ahead anywhere because I got an active Let's Play on our Stadia Dosage stream channel. But I can shoot the breeze and play some Division too. But here's the thing, y'all. I don't think you guys understand why, again, your hate for cloud gaming is just silly. It's not coming to take your dedicated devices, even though it could take mine. After what I just had to deal with, it could take mine. But it's not coming to take your dedicated devices anytime soon, even when it comes to CDs. Even though music streaming is the predominant way that people listen to music nowadays, CDs, I go to Walmart and get any CD that I want, right? So it's just about social popularity. If you feel threatened because your favorite way of doing something doesn't have the numero uno social popularity, then that's a you problem. I could care less what the social popularity is. As long as it's still viable for me to get access to, I don't care what everybody else like. That's y'all. Y'all the ones that feel like y'all gotta belong somewhere in order for something to be worthwhile. Stupid to me. But anyway, I'm just pissed off because I had to deal with that stupid crap. And y'all witnessed it live on air. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm not gonna put it in private. Y'all got to see it live on air. So while y'all be cuckling and cackling about hardware gaming is the only way, dedicated device gaming is the only way to game, I spent damn well half an hour, trying to play on the PC, 3000 series card, no avail. All I had to do was, in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, just pull up Stadia and start gaming. Cloud gaming ain't worth a lick, right? Anyway. Whoa, Jesus. Oh. I'm glad I was about to say, I'm glad he's a bad shot. Golly. Anyway. So. All right, let me out. Let's talk about Starfield again. Let's continue on Starfield. I didn't mind Fallout 76. I had a lot of fun with it. It was cool. But like previous Fallout games, opposite of Fallout 3, there was a point that I got to, and I wasn't happy. I don't think that they plotted it out well. Saying it started with Fallout New Vegas with me. There was a part where you get to the tower, the radio tower, and you got to make a decision on how to configure some things at the radio tower. And I don't think in the options available were not consistent with what the end results were. And I hate that. And because it had big ramifications on the game and what you could do. So that ruined the game for me. And ever since then, I want to say every subsequent Fallout game had that problem where it just didn't make sense anymore what they were doing. Anything was possible, and you just had to deal with it. And that's not a good recipe for an RPG. It's not a good recipe for an RPG because with RPGs, you spend time for a particular outcome to occur. So those problems with Fallout were starting to plague the game to me. Starting with New Vegas. And it happened to me in 76. So no, did I think the game was fantastic, great, even an 8? No. Gave it a 7.5. But again, I was against the pile on culture. I can't stand it where people just idiotically follow a notion or emotions off another grown man without doing any due diligence. To me, that just spreads stupidity. Anything that spreads stupidity just agitates the shit out of me. And that's what we were starting to see become more and more predominant. So I defended that game based upon those reasons only. Well, no, I'm sorry, not those reasons only, but those reasons primarily. Now, with that said, I'm fully aware that recent Bethesda output, including Fallout 76, you can't ignore that, but recent Bethesda output has been lackluster. It has not lived up to expectations.
Rogue sniper turret detected.
Jesus.
Rogue incinerator turret detected.
Woo! I know. He trying to blind the brother. Get him. Get him.
Striker drone detected.
Activity target reached. Oh!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Whoa! Who? Oh!
Rogue assault turret detected.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Jesus! Damn, this is a tough floor. So I gotta somehow get in here, which I don't know how I'm gonna do it. So the point of me saying all that, y'all, was this. Oh my goodness, where did these mugs be coming from? The point of me saying all that was this. Bethesda's output to me has sunken. It has sunken. That's why I pronounced, I don't know what episode it was, but if you're willing to go through every single episode, feel free. We'd appreciate it a lot. It would help out the cause a lot. Yo, this is just crazy. The amount. Jesus Christ. Get him. Woo! Oh.
Shit, they're close.
Got him. Oh, Lee. I gotta stay in this grid. Oh! What's going on? You can't duck? But that's why I can't remember what episode it was, but there was an episode of Scrampunks. Oh, so when I'm in this circle, I control what's going on. Holy Jesus Christ. Wow. That was some serious stuff. But there was an episode of Scrampunks where I specifically called out that I just didn't have the faith in Bethesda that I used to have anymore. And that my newfound, company that I adored is the company that is responsible for the game that you're watching me play right now, Ubisoft. I love Ubisoft. I love their games. Their games are right up my alley. It is what it is, right? So, because of that, I've lost faith in what you're going to see output from the Bethesda teams. Now, I do think that they got a raw deal with Wolfenstein Youngblood. I like that game. I think that game is dope. And I think they got a raw deal with that one. But everything else that they've put out, the Dishonored, the Prey, over the last few years since they really tried to push their publishing stint, and then Fallout 76, which could have been a lot better. It definitely could have been a lot better. It definitely should have been a lot better. But with all that,
Hostiles closing in.
I don't have my faith in them. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I'm the only one that feels that way. I think a lot of people, since Fallout 76, and after Wolfenstein Youngblood, there's a lot of people that don't like Wolfenstein Youngblood. I get it.
Sending in drones.
But since then, and then the Dishonored games, which people really don't like, I think Bethesda just does not, anything in relation just does not hold a high regard. Now, one of the arguments that I hear frequently is, well, we're not talking about Bethesda Softworks. We're talking about Bethesda in total, but the focus should be on Bethesda Softworks. Well, again, you cannot ignore the fact that Bethesda Softworks did Fallout 76. And I don't believe Fallout 76 deserved to be a 50, but it definitely didn't live up to the hype. It didn't. It didn't live up to the hype. Not because of the silly stuff that people made an issue, in my opinion. It didn't live up to the hype because it just... You were hoping for a smarter game. Like, you were hoping for a smarter version of Fallout. And it had to... Oh, Jesus. And it suffered from the same stagnation problems that the other ones did. You get to a certain specific spot where you're looking for something intricate to happen. So you spend tens, if not hundreds of hours doing XYZ only for it to all fall apart because the game kind of, got lazy in regards to making sure that outcomes made sense to the choices that occurred. Nobody wants to go through hundreds of hours, or dozens of hours of building up their character to produce X result and get nothing but Z. And you even had a little bit of that in Skyrim, but Skyrim was so dope that all the great stuff that was Skyrim overshadowed that. But not Fallout 76. And that's the issue that people have with Bethesda, even Bethesda Softworks. Now, do I think we're going to have that problem with Elder Scrolls? No. There's just something about Elder Scrolls where I think it's going to prompt them to go to the drawing board and cross every T and dot every I. If we were talking about Elder Scrolls 6 coming out either at the end of this year or next, then my hype levels would be through the roof. But because we're talking about a new IP and we ain't seen nothing from this game, the stuff that we have seen looks like Fallout in space. Fallout has left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. So anything that we haven't seen a lot of that is reminiscent of a series that people are leery of, if you just look like that you're just taking the same stuff that everybody was leery of and putting it in a different setting, then you're gonna have anticipation levels low. I don't think that's what's being understood. I think my Xbox people, they're ecstatic over They're ecstatic over Starlink or Starfield, whatever the hell it is, because they're hoping that it pushes back the Xbox Ain't Got No Games narrative, which I'm not saying that Bethesda has completely gone the way of the dodo bird like BioWare apparently has in a lot of people's minds. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'm not sold on Starfield. Legitimately so. A lot of people are not sold on Starfield. Oh, come on, pick that up. A lot of people are not sold on Starfield. It has nothing to do with trying to hate on Xbox. It's not sold on it. If Xbox never would have bought Bethesda, I wouldn't be sold on it. You've never heard me say, ooh, yo, God Hero, PC PlayStation, yeah, that's a lie. I'm lying to y'all. I'm doing clickbait. No, I was trying to do Outriders PC, and it didn't work out. And so I got frustrated, God Hero, and I said, you know what? I got to go back to Old Faithful. This is my normal. Well, I don't want to say my normal. My original channel. So here, there's a lot more ire for cloud gaming here. They talk a lot more smack. So they just got to see in real time why I choose cloud gaming. Why I choose Stadia over dedicated devices that have a lot more capabilities in Stadia when it comes to fidelity and stuff like that. But see, I don't have the problem that people saw earlier that I had to deal with. Trying to play this on a 3000 series PC. My PC is decked out. My PC is decked out. It's definitely high level. PC is decked out. It really doesn't make any sense that I was not able to boot up the game, play it, and enjoy it in a 1440p stream, for crying out loud. Doesn't make sense at all. But again, y'all got to see firsthand why I do what I do. Anyway, so yeah, you've never heard me say, ooh, I can't wait to see what Starfield is. Oh, I mean, I've never been excited for the game. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. And I'm someone that generally has some excitement or interest. No, I'm going to put it to you like this. I haven't even had any interest. I haven't even had any interest in Starfield. None. I don't know what it is. What is it? What can you do? Like, is it a marketing gimmick? We're doing Fallout in the sky? And the thing that kills me about these damn bots that love the game, that are so in love with this game now, where were y'all if Bethesda is so good in y'all mind, if Bethesda is so good in y'all mind, well, how come y'all didn't pick out Fallout 76? I mean, a lot of y'all didn't even try it. This is where you gotta separate the bull-ish. A lot of y'all haven't even tried it. And it's in Game Pass and y'all still haven't tried it. But Bethesda Softwork is some geniuses. And I don't want to hear that crap about, oh, there's no more. Well, there weren't no NPCs in the game at the beginning. Well, there's NPCs in there now. They got so many game modes. It's ridiculous. if Bethesda Softworks is such a genius, like you don't have to play the game with anybody. You can go through Fallout and play by yourself and be fine. You can play it like a typical Fallout game. All by myself. You can do that. Where they at? Where they at? They've made graphical improvements, cleared out the bugs, added all this shit to it. And ain't none of y'all that are capping for Starfield that think Bethesda's so ingenious, ain't none of y'all playing the goddamn game to even get a taste. Like when people were in love with what do you call that damn company? When people look in anticipation for a new Mass Effect game, people's buying a Legendary Edition. In anticipation for Last of Us 2 coming out, people are buying, you know what I'm saying? People are buying people were buying Last of Us and Uncharted or whatever. Even before there was all this groundswell of support before people even knew whether they were going to like the sequel or not. Y'all still ain't playing Fallout when it has everything in it that y'all asked for. And and plus you're not playing the game, but y'all want me to believe now that you bots are in love with Bethesda Software. Man, kiss where the sun don't shine, man, please. Kill me with this silly stuff. As someone who has played, as someone who's played Fallout games before a lot of you were born. A lot of y'all born in the 2000s. I played the original Fallout 1. I didn't play the original Fallout 1 on release. I played it like a year or two afterwards. But I played the original Fallout 2 on release. You know what I'm saying? And been playing Fallout games on release since then. Matter of fact, New Vegas, 3, 4, and Fallout 6. I bought all of them. It started with 2. And 2 was an isometric different game. Just funny to me, man. He said, no one cares anymore like Stadia. Good brother God Hero, you and Stadia talk more than me, and I got a Stadia channel. You talk more about Stadia. We're sitting there talking about Fallout 76, and you talk about Stadia. Now who don't care about Stadia? Man, please. You just killed your own point right then and there. But, yeah, man. These mugs kill me with their hypocritical stances. Who thinks a company is such ingenious with XYZ game, but then they've never played it? Never played it. And it's in Game Pass right now. And I bet you the majority of these bots that sit there and say, oh, I love Fallout. Or Starfield is going to be the stuff where Starfield looks like it's going to be Fallout in the sky. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be Fallout in the sky. Y'all ain't none of y'all touched Fallout 76. I'm trying to understand. Help me understand. Please help me understand. So, those are my thoughts about the whole Starfield thing. You know, if the game, what I'm going to do is I'm not getting Game Pass. Hell no. Game Pass is not a value to me. But what I am going to do is I'm going to get the game I'd rather pay full out for the game than to pay for Game Pass and not like the game. You know what I'm saying? But forget to revoke my Game Pass and I keep paying them. That's what they want. That's what people do. They get services, they forget about them, even when they mean to cancel them, because it's, a little bit here and there. Yeah, I said something. Die. Die, you roaches! Weapons. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick it up. JD3MXP, what's up? Cold as ice in the house. He says, I like Stadia, man, but if they keep up like it's doing, I will be, and I think others will leave Stadia for GFN or basically better cloud services. I mean, that's your opinion. But what do you mean by keeping up? I don't want to turn this into a Stadia thing because I came here to talk about other cloud gaming news and what it is, God Hero. Let me break it down to you. Let me break the psychology down for you. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say this. It just is what it is. Because you got to understand that I deal with a lot of people. I don't just have one-off conversations with people because I'm a content creator. I'm going through 10, 15 conversations at a time because everybody's trying to convince me that their point of view is the point of view is the king of all kings, right? So here's what's going on with you, good brother. You're disappointed. You want Stadia. You want Stadia to be ABC, but Stadia's aiming to be XYZ. Stadia is a better product than what it was at launch. So what I don't understand is how you could be happy with Stadia at launch, but be disappointed now. I mean, it's possible.
High-risk target detected.
I mean, I could get the disappointment at launch. I wasn't disappointed because I never came in here expecting Stadia to be my one and only way to play. It started off as just, if games are on Stadia, I'll look at getting them there because it's going to make it easier for me to stream. Wow. This is getting Ubisoft Plus? Oh, okay. All right. And I like the way that it's playing. Oh, man, I'm going to do a lot of time on this too. Okay, Borderlands 3, I'm loving how this is feeling. This is going to be my main way to game. But I always get multiple platforms. So because I get multiple platforms, whenever there's a gap with something, I fill it up with something else. But even though Stadia doesn't have everything, the majority of my playthrough was going to be with Stadia. It's like Xbox. Even though Xbox doesn't have Last of Us, that was good. That was good. Even though Xbox doesn't have Last of Us, that's okay. PlayStation got it. Got me a PlayStation. Now the majority of my playthroughs is going to be with Xbox. But just because Xbox didn't have everything that I wanted to play doesn't mean that Xbox was a bust for me at the time when I enjoyed playing on it. So that's the same way I approach Stadia. Now, a lot of people want Stadia to have everything that they want to play, and it doesn't. And it's an emerging tech. It's an emerging platform, meaning it's not only is it the first time that the company behind it has gone into gaming in this avenue, but it's going into gaming in a way that has never been done before, successfully. So it's an emerging tech from an emerging platform. I don't know what y'all expected from Stadia, but for those of you that are disappointed with Stadia, that's fine. That's okay. You can't be wrong for your opinion. But the problem is that you want to white cast it on everybody else. The platform went up 200% in 12 months. Like, it went up 200% in 12 months. to run with the narrative that if it keeps going the way that it's going, you're trying to convince yourself that your woes are everybody else's woes. They're not. If you follow my content regularly, I told y'all that when the platform launched in April, the numbers were mediocre, but it went up over 1,000% in April when it dropped its free tier. And I told y'all that Q4 numbers were better than 1,000% that it went up. Then I recently told y'all that, okay, let me give you more specific numbers because I can. In April, it went up 250,000. At least. Anywhere between 250,000 to 500,000. Now it sounds like it may have been in between there. If you look at what the sensor data extrapolation numbers were. But I told y'all that that its numbers were going to be greater in December because of Cyberpunk. So when y'all say, or when you say, my good brother, you like it, but if they keep doing what they're doing, like there's going to be a mass exodus, the numbers don't prove that. You have a beef. You don't like something about Stadia, and that's okay. Stadia even realized that. Jack Buser himself said people are going to play Stadia year one, realize it doesn't encompass everything that they were looking for, and they're going to come back a few years later and be like, okay, this is what it is. So Stadia is already telling your history. But it doesn't mean it's that way for everybody. Now, what I will say about GFN is GFN numbers are growing, but they're not growing because people are like, I'm leaving Stadia and I'm going to GFN. You're talking about services that at the most are $10 a month. Please. GameFly for one game charged you, what, $20 a month? You get one game in the mail, you had to wait for it to come in the mail, and that was $20 a month. It's not that people are saying, you know what? Oh, he's, okay, I need to save him. Oh, you know, I'm liking this GFN thing, so I only got one $10 bill. No, they're not saying that. What they're saying is, oh, you know what? This GFN thing is improving too. I like the fact that I can get Resident Evil day and date on Stadia, 2K games day and date on Stadia, EA games day and date on Stadia, unlike I can on GFN. But GFN got some dope stuff too. They're getting Biomutant day and date. They got some other stuff day and date. So I'm gonna indulge in that too. That's what people are saying. That's what the numbers are showing. That GFN's rapid pace is people that are fine with Stadia still. They're cool with it. But they're realizing that GFN is good too. But the difference between GFN and Stadia, why people aren't going to leave Stadia and the numbers don't show it for GFN is GFN doesn't have Stadia's performance. They don't have access to all of the big ticket games because a lot of the big ticket developers have refused to go on GFN because they've considered GFN a conduit that needs to be lucrative to them some way. And because it's not, they refuse to go on. You'll never see an Activision game on GFN. You won't. You're not going to see a 2K game on GFN. You're not. That's big right there. You're not going to see an EA game on GFN. Those are the three of the biggest publishers in the world that'll never be on GFN. Just off the strength of that alone, Stadia is safe. But you have a problem with GFN. That's fine. It's cool. It's okay. Stadia predicted you would. Because they decided to take the road that's going to, you know, develop slower for it to be grander in the long run. And that road is developing on Linux, making it its own platform, And it's slowly but surely paying off dividends. Why? Because these other platforms are scrambling to perform as well as Stadia. You heard Doc Dark. Doc Dark was minding his own candy ass business. And we just sent him a Stadia Premier bundle. And he's like, bro, I'm floored. Why was he floored? Because playing on Stadia, he didn't, it doesn't feel like you're playing in the cloud. It feels like you're playing natively. And that's what cloud gaming has to get to at least. They got to not only bring the games, but they got to, more importantly, I feel, can't feel like it's being in the cloud. If you feel like you're being in the cloud, it's going to feel like a step down to the average gamer, and they're not going to want to indulge. So, and again, my brother did the same thing that I just said. Well, if Stadia is great and it's inexpensive, let me check out other great inexpensive ways to game. Let me check out GFN. His brother wouldn't even got him a NVIDIA Shield. And because he was introduced to Stadia first and that grand performance, he's like, nah, bucko, I can't do it. I can't do it. So yeah, so again, to break down the side, I get where you're coming from. I'm not saying that your opinions, your personal opinions on what you personally like are wrong. Not saying that. What I'm saying is what you're trying to do, what many try to do, is whitewash and paint their own personal opinions on the platform and say, oh, there's doom, because I don't like something, there's doom and gloom. No. You don't like it? That's you. The numbers do not show a mass exodus from Stadia. They show more and more people having interest in GFN. But again, GFN and Stadia service two totally different tracks. Most of the people that are on GFN are on GFN to play their PC games away from home. Don't believe me? Go look up Ampere Group's analysis. They said that's why GFN has to be careful and make sure that their business model is sustainable, because most of the people that are there are playing the platform that don't plan to drop $1 on GFN. The only way GFN gets paid is if you get a subscription. They don't get paid. They don't have a store. They may have a conduit for you to access games, but they don't get paid from that. GFN gets paid from the subscriptions. The only way they get paid. Stadia gets paid from the subscription. Stadia gets paid from DLC that you buy. Stadia gets paid from the individual games that you may buy. Stadia gets paid from you even being on the internet playing Stadia. They get paid from that. Because Google gets paid every time there's internet activity. So with the large amount of data that's transferred via the internet, that's putting money in Google's pocket. So we gotta stop trying to paint with a broad brush everything that solely affects us. Is GFN looking at some massive numbers? Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! More and more gamers via I call it the gateway drug of Stadia. Via the gateway drug of Stadia, are looking at cloud gaming as a whole. And that's great. Like I interviewed Ace, and that interview's on his channel, and I think Ace was spot on when he said that a win for, like, people need to stop getting all worked up about Stadia initiatives and Stadia 100, which I totally agree, because by people looking at Stadia and what its performance is, even if they're not so hyped about the lineup, that'll be it's a gateway drug for them to go to another cloud platform that they maybe will like because of the lineup. Stadia is a very important gateway drug for those to take their first steps into cloud gaming. But more often than not, the numbers show it. Polls show it. Cloud Gaming Extreme did a poll. People that agree with you for the most part, Cloud Hero. See, I love giving these education sessions, and I'm not being facetious. Just love doing it because again, we as humans have a bad tendency of taking our emotions and painting a broad brush about them because we feel like that makes it more valid. And when we do that, we get lost in the reality of things. Cloud Gaming Extreme, shout out to them. I think there's 2 people on that panel or that work with that group that are optimistic or positive about Stadia. I think everybody else likes other stuff. They feel the way that you do. They, therefore, have an audience that more signifies that dynamic. That's true. Not saying it's a bad thing at all. It is what it is. Even when you poll, even when they polled their audience, most of their audience preferred or have a preference for Stadia. That reigned supreme over everything, every other option that they had on that poll. So we just got to be careful with that. God Hero says, if you don't compare Stadia to others, then yes, I actually like Stadia. One of the reasons I'm still on Pro, but with competing competition taking their time and not releasing a half-baked service. You should have done the speech on Stadia doses so I could destroy Amunar. Your speech is only for me, Spirit. Oh. One White Kong, what's going on, good brother? Oh, Jesus. Nah, brother. No, we gotta educate here sometimes. It's important to educate here sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I think is the thing that we get lost in. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. The Xbox community. This is a perfect example. How you're soured on Stadia for not all the way, but in many regards, how you're soured on Stadia because of whatever reasons. I was soured on the Xbox experience. I was soured on Xbox. It ultimately made me leave Xbox. But even though I was sour, and I've been with Xbox since damn well the beginning, I got my console a year after launch and have never looked back up until last year. 2020 was the first year that an Xbox wasn't in my house since a year after it launched. So that's what, 18 years straight that an Xbox was in my house. Non-stop. There's always an Xbox in my house. During the Red Ring of Death era, I bought 2 just to be safe. And I was fortunate enough to not be exposed to one until later on, until the Xbox 360 Elite or S came out, I think it was. But anyway, prime example, is the Xbox community. I was soured. I'm an OG. Was there from the beginning. Was soured. But the rest of the community said, we're not sour, we're happy. I'm like, we ain't getting no damn games though. We're not getting the BioShocks, the Mass Effects, the stuff that made Xbox a dominant force in the 360 era, right? Oh, we don't care. They'll come when they come, and whatever Phil says, we'll take. That was the thought process. So I rolled. And I said, man, so many people are going to roll. Little did I realize is that there were just more, even though there were people rolling, there were just more and more people that were okay with the brand of where it was at. And they could care less what I thought about it. Now, since Phil and Satya Nadella took over, the Xbox brand is the strongest that it's been since 2013. And it ain't as strong as it was in the 360 era, but it's still strong. It's the strongest that it's ever been since 2013. Now, I could have tried to whitewash my opinions across the whole community. Everybody's going to leave. They can't stand. No, it just wasn't true. My issues were my issues. And the Xbox community was starting to grow in a way to where they no longer cared about the stuff that I cared about. So, it was all right. It was all right. All right. But I talked about Starfield. I talked a lot about, I think this is going to be the last floor that I clear out. I talked about Starfield. I talked a lot about Stadia, which I didn't intend to do. But, we just had to put that out there. And again, for those of you that are just joining, Stadia, where's this mug going? Yeah, Stadia went up 300% in its engagement from April to now. It's crossed the 3 million downloads mark, which we don't know where GFN is at right now. And I really don't want to make a comparison to GFN because I truly believe that GFN's total engagement numbers are higher than Stadia's. And with GFN, I don't think you ever needed their phone app unless you wanted to play on the phone. For a while, for the first, I want to say 7 months, you needed the Stadia app to purchase games, I think. Yeah, you needed the Stadia app to purchase games, I think the first 7 months. So 7 months of that, you had to have the app. Buy games. Also with Stadia, but past those 7 months, you could just unilaterally sign up online and be done with it and never look back. You know what I'm saying? So very interesting stuff to say the least. To see them go up 300%. Can't beat that with a stick. It's great stuff. And in all likelihood, their 300% are people that are paying for something. That either paid for a game, paid for a subscription service, or at the very least, bought some DLC. The likelihood that their engagements led to a dollar exchange are a lot higher. So shout out to them for that. But enough about Stadia. Let's see here. Who else? What else is going on in the news? So they were talking about E3 and there was something. No, there's something else. Oh, every time I go to shoot this damn gun, I gotta reload it. There was something else that happened in the news that a lot of people were talking about. I can't remember. As far as gaming is concerned. Man, what was it, y'all? I can't even remember. There was something else big that happened in the news. Oh, okay. Let's talk about this real quick. So, Sony appears to be outpacing PlayStation 2-1. Nintendo appears to be outplacing. Sony appears to be outplacing or outpacing Microsoft 2-1. They appear to be outpacing. Oh shoot. Nintendo appears to be outpacing them 8-1. So Nintendo's killing it, right? The question is, how long do y'all think it's going to be this way? And secondly, how long can Microsoft survive this? You gotta remember that we gotta remember this.
System malfunctioning.
That Microsoft purposely developed Game Pass, and Game Pass and xCloud are to be a 1-2 punch. Son of a chicken plucker.
System activated.
Woo!
System disrupted.
Jesus. Yeah, so xCloud, Game Pass is supposed to be a 1-2 punch. Why? Because they want to be able to
System restored.
um
System malfunctioning.
to bring gaming to the 2 billion gamers. That's what they want to do, right? In order for you to do that, you got to go to where the 2 billion gamers are at. The 2 billion gamers are console, PC,
System curtailed.
and mobile, right? So it starts with
Restored. System disrupted.
it starts with just Xbox and PC, but then it extends past that
System malfunctioning.
by why can't I? It starts with PC and Xbox consoles,
Curtailed.
and then it moves on to mobile. You don't now again, even though there's over a billion. Jesus! Ah!
Vital signs critical. System malfunctioning.
Oh man, I can't see these mugs. Even though there's over a billion PCs out there,
System reactivated. System disrupted.
every PC gamer is not going to fall for a subscription service. And Microsoft knows that. That's why they didn't say 3 billion. If they thought that they could get their service to
Curtailed.
involve everybody, they would have said 3 billion. They understand that there are gamers that don't care about no subscription service. They will buy their games a la carte. So they only counted in a fraction of gamers in this equation. It makes perfect sense. So, and it was a while that they even retracted that further. There was an Xbox event, I can't remember what it was, where Phil Spencer, I think it was E3, where Phil Spencer had kicked off his whole Game Pass, we're going to try to reach the 2 billion gamers thing, and then he retracted it and said 1 billion. There was an Xbox event where he went back and said 1 billion, but then he since then reiterated that back to 2 billion, right? And maybe it was because they retracted that because they at first was less confident about saturation of Game Pass. Maybe they become more confident again. Anyway, you don't reach all those gamers because everybody is not going to buy an Xbox, and all of those PC gamers or people that don't mind playing games on their PC, they don't all have beefy PCs. Even those that buy games on Steam. When you go look at the Steam specs of the average Steam owner, when you look at those specs, they're very mediocre. So if you want to bring these high fidelity games to 2 billion gamers, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to heavily leverage cloud gaming, which they're okay with. But cloud gaming is going to have to work in their favor in order for them to do that. So they're making a big investment right now into Game Pass. That's why they're spending all this money in the Game Pass, to where, again, it was talked about, over the course of the last several weeks. Game Pass is not out of the red. You know what I'm saying? Game Pass is costing more money than it's bringing in, which is okay. That should be expected. But how long is it going to be that way? What is the magic number for Xbox? How long is it going to be? You know what I'm saying? And I think that if they get around 30 to 40 million, they're in an okay spot. But I don't think they're where they want to be until cloud gaming is a very valuable part of their regular business. And I think that the sweet spot that they really want to be in profit-wise is around 80. Did I say 40 billion? I meant 40 million. I think if they get to 30 or 40 million subscribers, active subscribers, they're in a decent spot. I think that's a milestone that they're looking for to be in a decent spot. I think then, fears of, sustainability early. Well, what did I get? Woo! I think fears of sustainability during the early years are eradicated as long as they reach 30 to 40 million. But then you gotta, again, ask yourself, how long can they afford to wait between that 30 or 40 million, especially when, like, they've claimed, which those Epic, I love those Epic and Apple court documents. Those Epic and Apple court documents were the truth teller. They claim that Amazon and Google are their competitors now. Long term, that's the case, but I don't believe that they are their competitors right now. I think all that was smoke and mirrors to put the pressure on Amazon and Luna, but to try to make it seem like they're above and beyond PlayStation. Because they knew that up front, these first 2 years, they were going to get rocked and shocked by PlayStation. Games prospect didn't look too good. The tools apparently aren't up to par for the world's most powerful console to be that way across the board. Just too many things that were happening. And now the gap in revenue has widened. It went from 6 million or 6 billion to 10 billion. So the question is, how long can Xbox maintain the gap widening? Things like this not really working out for them. I mean, yeah, they're the media darling, but that's only going to take you but so far. It only took the PlayStation 3 but so far. Remember when the PlayStation 3 came out, and it was like, oh, it's so powerful. It's so this and it's so that. And people were like, well, there's this $400 version of the PlayStation 5 that, yeah, even though it's faulty, right? This reminds me of the reversal of the 360 in a lot of ways. Even though it's faulty, I still get better game experiences because that's what it's all about with the PlayStation 5. And across the board, you're not seeing the power with the Xbox Series X. You're seeing it with older games, but people don't buy new systems in launch year, the first 12 months of launch, to play old games. That's silly. Xbox thought that they could get away with that, and it's not going to work. So, but with all that said, just very interesting dynamics. I don't think if 2023 is bad for Xbox, because that's its breakout year, you're going to see a lot of these games coming out. Xbox is going to have to make a splash. They're going to have some Metacritic games that are in the 9s, the 90s. And if not, if 2023 is bad, 2024 is going to have to be great. If 2023 is bad and then 2024 is mediocre, you're going to see some things happen over at Xbox. Some serious things happen in Xbox. So they got 3 years. They got 3 years to have a really standout breakout year where they're running neck and neck with PlayStation. Because if you want to surpass PlayStation, you got to bring in more money than PlayStation. So you got to have a year where you're bringing in more money than PlayStation. If you can't do it through Game Pass, through xCloud, and all these new games, these new studios, if you still are not surpassing PlayStation in revenue, if they're still, number one, it's an L if you're down if you're down to PlayStation. I think it's an L altogether losing to PlayStation in 2023. By 2023, I expect xCloud to be retail. Even though it's still going to be a small, insignificant part of the business, it'll be a part of the business that should bring people to Game Pass altogether, all the more, right? Like in 2023, I'm expecting xCloud. If xCloud is successful, xCloud should be responsible for at least 3 to 5 million subs in 2023. If you don't have 3 to 5 million subs of xCloud in 2023, then xCloud is a bust that year. It's a bust. And if you're trailing PlayStation at all, I feel, if you're trailing PlayStation $1 billion or more, then that's an L. And my thoughts are, you have to be bringing in more revenue, not profits, but revenue, because you're investing a lot of money to make this happen. But your games division got to be bringing in more revenue than PlayStation by 2024. If you're not bringing in more revenue than PlayStation by 2024, wow, you're going to see some stuff happening. So those are my thoughts on all this. I just think that people are celebrating too early. It's really starting to look like the Xbox 360 phases for me, where Xbox was just so strong out of the gate that by the time PlayStation caught up, it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter anymore. I mean, people still want to bring up charts and stuff. No, 360 won. They won in software. And just because the PlayStation 3 console was more durable in more countries, so people are still playing it and buying games from it now, that doesn't matter. It's over. It's over. The generation's over. 361. I think you're going to have this dynamic to where Xbox gets off to such a slow start, they don't catch back up when it's significant, and it could be detrimental in a lot of ways. I can see it right now. If they're not surpassing PlayStation in revenue by 2024, wow. You're not going to be able to justify Game Pass, and you're not going to be able to justify all this stuff. So, interesting stuff. My thoughts. Shade in the house. What's going on, good brother? I had to show y'all how gaming is done via Stadia. I was trying to play Outer Worlds on my PC, and like dedicated devices do, it disappointed me. So I had to play some Stadia. Show y'all how gaming is supposed to be. But with that said, that's it from your boy. Hope y'all enjoyed that. My thoughts, just my thoughts on what's going on in here in gaming. And you know, hopefully people proceed with caution. It's starting to really look like the 360 era to me, where the PlayStation might be the 360 this year, you know. Ooh, oh no, we got to do this. Hold on before I go, because I got to get ready to go to this wake. We got to do this. This looks interesting. What am I? I'm on floor 20 right now. Let me show you the power of Stadia, baby. This looks hellified interesting. Woo! Oh, look at these mugs. They got them Ghost Recon coats on. Here we go. Get them. Get them. Get them alive. Get them alive. Get them. Woo! Ring the alarm. Got him. Got him. Oh, who's this mug? Woo! Oh, shucks. Bring him. God damn it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Run. Oh, my God. Oh, shoot. What are these bugs? Ah! Look at these bugs. Man, if you don't sit your candy ass down. Hey, yo. What am I stuck on? What am I stuck on? How come I couldn't go through the door? Woo! You ain't getting. Oh, no! No! Die! Oh! Oh! For me, baby! Hee! Come on. Oh, man. Robin. This dude got a normal ass name shooting out brown goo. Bobby. This bug got a new edition name. Ooh. Oh, no. Y'all ain't gonna kill me. Y'all ain't gonna embarrass me on my stream. No! No! Go! Run! Run, mother! Run, mother! Woo! It's unpredictable. No! No! Why did you put it down right there? Come on, bruh. Come on. Oh, my God. Oh, my God! What the hell? What is going on here? I was panicking and I put it in the wrong button. Woo! Run! Run! Oh! He killed him! Oh! Yes! The power of Stadia! Get him! Pow! There's more of these crackheads. They burning up in the flames. They burning in the flames. Jingling, baby. Oh! You see? Woo! Man. These mugs really tried to embarrass me on my own goddamn stream. Come on. There we go. There we go. That's how you do it. When you a stadium, that's how you do it. We don't play no games. Well, we play games, but we ain't playing no games. You get it? The investigation's updated. That's right. Ooh, I gotta release this. I got so much shit. Woo, baby. Oh, hold on. We got a boss. We got a boss. I think we got a boss. Which I think I'm gonna do with this boss. Night for you, baby. Got a boss. Do we got a boss? We got a boss. Do this. So unpredictable. Change settings. Look at this. Oh no. No, we ain't changing. No, that difficulty's top-notch difficulty, baby. We're gonna leave it right there. All right, we're gonna go to this floor, y'all. There ain't no boss. I thought there was a boss. Oh, complete a boss floor. It looks like I'm about to hit. Let's see. If I'm about to get to a boss, then let's do it. If this isn't a boss, no. Complete summit floors on any difficulty. So I already did the. Okay. Okay. All right. So that was the boss. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. With that said, people, I appreciate all of y'all, man, for coming through, watching me play some fake ass Outriders that didn't want to work, and instead watching me get down on Stadia. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all appreciated it. Y'all can catch me out. Y'all can catch me where I spend a majority of my time, Stadia Dosage, the Stadia Dosage platform. Catch us there Monday through Friday. I took a break today because I had some things to take care of, and then I got somewhere to go after this. You can also catch me out, me and my homie Project Storm, SML podcast on the weekends. The numbers show for Stadia is going to premiere next week with some real decent stuff. So definitely stay tuned to that. Again, my homie God Hero. Appreciate you, good brother. Appreciate the conversation. It's just that, I just like when there's a sentiment, I just like making sure that the facts are there to throw in there with that sentiment. You know what I'm saying? Just because I like to be educated. I wake up every morning. I tell people this all. I don't wake up every morning like, I know everything. I have the ark. I got the golden tablets. Who can I profess my profound knowledge to? I don't do that. Wake up every morning with the thought process, what can I learn today? And because I have that thought process, I'm able to learn more stuff, learn about this cloud gaming thing, try to, share that knowledge with people, but some want to take it, some don't. But then, yeah, you can catch SDO Daily, which I contribute to Monday through Friday on the Stadia Dosage channel, SML podcast with me and the homie Storm, SSC podcast. We had a hell of an SSC podcast for all the naysayers that said that, I'm Sean. I don't know if you're still in the chat. We got one for Post Up who said Stadia had his funding taken away, Moss. You don't know what you talking. Stadia had his funding taken away, Moss. No. We got on good authority that Alphabet has doubled down on Stadia. We was able to exclusively release that information on SSC podcast this past Thursday. Definitely check it out. Some great stuff, man. Again, we pivot off of facts. We don't deal with the emotions. We answer questions about that, but the stuff that is coming from us, is what I mean. I don't want to make it sound like we're better than anybody. When it comes to the question, the stuff that comes from us, we pivot off of straight facts. So great stuff, y'all. But with that said, I appreciate and love all y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. We are going to reboot this channel at some point in time, so you'll catch me floating here and there just to be active on here. And the commission, again, we have to postpone until next week because I got to go to